Finally, we get Hansel and Gretel. I've waited patiently for half a year to see this film whilst grudgingly seeing other countries get it months before we do. What the fuck is up with that, Paramount Pictures and America? Just because we turn up to things on time, avoid friendly fire and resist the temptation of incest better than you do doesn't give you the right to deprive us of movies. If it was up to you, I'm sure that most of the US cinemas would contain the still in production Assassin's Creed film, the still rumoured Halo movie, and the second and final part to the motherfucking Hobbit trilogy before the end of this review. Anyway, using the old German fairy tale, which for the record is about brother and sister Hansel and Gretel who are led by their father into the woods. He fucks off and then they stumble across a house made of candy containing a witch who imprisons them and feeds Hansel sweets until he's fat enough to eat whilst using Gretel as a slave. The two outwit her and throw her in the fireplace and they all live happily ever after. As a backstory. Many years later, they have grown up to be badass bounty hunters that specialise in killing witches. In Augsburg, Germany, a lot of children are going missing for an unknown reason. The mayor suspects witches, so he hires Hansel and Gretel to sort shit out. It's that simple. This movie is getting butchered by critics and I really can't see why. A lot of them have commented on how there's an alarming amount of violence towards women, and yes, there is a lot of it. In this movie you see witches being decapitated, burned alive, have the shit beaten out of them, ripped apart in midair and even punched by a troll. Oh yeah, there's a fucking troll in this movie and he actually brought a lot more to this film than I originally expected. Gretel herself gets the crap beaten out of her by the locals and I wouldn't be surprised if the deleted scenes is footage of the director cutting in mid-take just to dropkick a member of the female cast. My point is, look at the title, look at the rating. What did you expect? It would be like going to a Michael Bay movie with the thought that it won't be shit. If you saw any of the Transformers movies, you'll A, see what I mean, and B, have my sympathies. Overall, I loved Hansel and Gretel. The 3D is excellent, it's funny, the action scenes are awesome, Gemma Arterton as Gretel is ridiculously hot. I mean, come on, look at her for fuck's sake. Jeremy Renner plays a good Hansel, the witches are badass, the weapons and gadgets are cool. Hansel having diabetes is a stroke of genius, spoiler alert by the way, and even the irony of the people now killing the accused witches being the good guys is covered by Gretel demanding more evidence of the accusation before punishment. But yeah, go watch this film. If it has any issues, they're to do with the film's structure, i.e. the way it distributes its 88-minute duration. The first and last third of the movie is action-packed and intense, but the middle part slows the whole thing the fuck down. There's a love interest kicking around and some bellend wants to be like Hansel and Gretel, etc. It kind of fucked up the flow a bit and I wanted it to return to the action stuff as soon as possible, but that definitely shouldn't put you off from watching it. To conclude, Hansel and Gretel is a fun movie that I recommend because I enjoyed it almost as much as smoking crack on a waterbed filled with children's tears.